สวัสดีครับผมอาจารย์ปราดครับกับ OverdriveLive Music is not what I do is who I am ดนตรีไม่ใช่แค่สิ่งที่เราทำแต่เป็นสิ่งที่เราเป็นนะครับกับ The Best Shot Fingerstyle Jazz นะครับคราวนี้มาร์ตินเทเลอร์นะครับจะมาแนะนำเบสิกการ improvise ถ้าฟังเขาแล้วเราจะรู้ว่า improvise ไม่ได้ยากอะไรเลยนะครับแล้วก็อูฟเวกเนสนะครับเป็นมือกีตาร์แจ๊สชื่อดังในยุโรปกับเทคนิคการปิกกิ้งเขาเป็นมือกีตาร์แจ๊สคนหนึ่งที่เล่นปิกกิ้งได้รีแลกซ์แล้วก็เร็วนะครับและลูกชายของเขาอิลิกเวกเนสนะครับกับเรื่องราวของมือกีตาร์ร็อกที่จะอยากมีซุ้มเสียงของแจ๊สเข้าไปผสมนะครับนั้นเราไปติดตามเลยครับกับ The Best Shot Fingerstyle Jazz มาดูกันเลยครับI saw you line. You use a lot of the 10 interval.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the 10th is the third. So
Yeah, it's third.
So 1, 2, 3. Very important interval because it lets us know whether it's major or minor.
Okay. Yep.
So when I learn a chord sequence to tune, I just break it down into major and minor.
Okay.
And the reason I say 10th is because that's what I learned from piano players with their left hand.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
So you get that kind of. So if I'm playing Autumn Leaves,
Okay.
in my mind, all I'm thinking of those chords are.
Okay, it's 10.
And that makes it simple, a simple framework. And then I can add all the other intervals, the other notes to that. So that is what is going on in my mind, my subconscious mind.
Okay.
Are those just the tenths of those chords?
It means you base on 10.
Yes.
And you make everything allow.
And
that.
then you can put everything around that. So it's like a sketch.
Okay.
It's like a pencil sketch. And then when you add the other things, you're painting the picture, adding the colors and painting the picture.
Can you show me some about it? Your 10 on.
Yeah. So you can with Autumn Leaves. That's the kind of thing. Also, when you start just using that, you don't get just stuck in playing chord shapes. So you think less about your fingers, and you think more about the notes, what the notes are. So, and you can also start moving lots of things around. So it opens everything up. Just you simplify it and then build it back up again.
Yeah. I was studying with Joe Diolio.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the first time I played with him. This is same advice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
You think a lot. Just come back.
Yeah.
Go to the basics.
You strip it down to the basics. So when you learn a tune like Autumn Leaves, you learn the chords and the melody. Then if you're playing it solo, then you can play chord melody by putting the two together. But if you want it to become more interesting, you break it down and keeping your hand in the shape of the chord,
Okay.
but only play the bass note and the melody. and then I can start adding some of the other notes.
Okay.
Then I can move that. So it frees you up, then you'll start to, you take it down to very, very simple, and then you start adding.
Play really fast. Do you have a special technique or something?
Yeah, there's also many ask me about my pick technique, and the thing is, first you have to be really relaxed, you know, in the right hand, you know, and I kind of use up and down strokes, you know, and but I you know, I don't do it exactly all the time, but you know. So you see, I'm very relaxed, you know. So when I play difficult things, you know, like you know, you see, I'm very relaxed, you know. So that's the whole thing, and also what is very important, you know, speaking about the right hand, is also to get the tone, you know. Also those players that play in between jazz and blues, like Larry Carlton, for instance, his tone is everything.
Yeah, tone is very amazing.
Amazing, and it comes out of B.B. King. He loves B.B. King, you know. So the tone, and also of course Wes Montgomery, George Benson, all the tone is everything. So you can, you know, really get it, you know. You get it to sing, you know. So it's and to be able to do that, you have to be relaxed. Everything is synchronization and relaxed. So your left hand has connection with your right hand, you know. You know, so you, so it's natural. So everything. I also say, you shouldn't think when you play. You shouldn't. It's like having a conversation. You shouldn't think of the grammatics when you talk.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same with music. So you should be relaxed when you play. You shouldn't think about your right hand. You shouldn't think about your left hand. You should just play what you hear in the moment and what's happening in the band, you know, and react to the band, you know. And it's nothing like, you know, it doesn't have to be technically advanced or anything. It's just that you have big ears, you know, and you relax, you know. And I mean, I always use, as B.B. King, I mean, he could improvise with 3-4 notes as much as the most advanced jazz, like John Coltrane, you know. But he can do it with... Yeah, I'm not the expert of B.B. King, but you know...
if I am a rock guitarist,
Yes.
I come to study with you,
Yeah.
and I say I want to be a good jazz guitarist.
Yeah.
What you gonna teach me?
Yeah, what I'm gonna say and teach you is that because I am a fusion guitar player,
Yeah.
so I play blues, funk, rock with jazz incorporated. So it's kind of fusion, as you can call it that. So my first love is to play electric. So it's bending note, like like a blues player would use. So moving to acoustic guitar and what we're gonna do tonight is different. So what I would say to get closer to playing that type of music is to play something blues based where you have some jazz elements to it. For instance, you have a jazz blues, and I would say that would be the way into playing, going from rock guitar with bending notes and that vocabulary, and getting into a more jazz vocabulary.
Can you show me to transfer from rock bending to?
For instance, it's like when you have like the normal or the basic like that. So, but a jazz guitar player would play this kind of like that, but a blues guitar player maybe would play a something like that, and it's to keep that and play over this type of type of rhythm, and you keep the blues scale, and then you add some modal scales,
Okay.
and that becomes whatever. If you have the blues, that type, and if you add the modal scales, you have the something like that, So it's blues with that type of touch, but you add it in this swing instead of play that straight. No, so the swing groove, and I would say that's the first step to go from that type of groove when you have something like that type of groove, and you switch a little bit, maybe in B flat, because that's a jazz key more. Yes, I would call it. It's more common in jazz than rock, maybe.
B-flat.
Yeah, exactly. So many saxophone players and all that like that. So. And then you have to change how you play your blues licks, and that's the first step. And you can do that for a long time. Yes, and kind of get that rhythm in and that feeling, and then start to add some modal scales, like you have the Mixolydian or something like that, and you just add that type of jazz thing. But you can, very simple. And then you add on more modal scales.